everyone, today I thought I'd film my makeup collection for you, and before we get started I just wanted to point out a few things. Firstly, I don't have the largest makeup collection in the world. I've only been collecting this stuff for about a year and a half, and I know some people have like full Alex 9 drawers full of makeup, but personally I don't really feel the need to have that much makeup, so that's just like my quick disclaimer thing. And secondly, sorry if the lighting in this video isn't very good. Where I store my makeup anyway doesn't have the best lighting, but just roll with it and let's just get started. So I'm going to start off with the makeup in front of my acrylic makeup storage, and the first thing I have are the Avon bronzing pearls, and I mentioned these in my March favourites, and they're basically just these little pearls that you use to bronze your face, and they give you a really nice natural glow, so I really like these. The next thing underneath my bronzing pearls is this NYC blusher in the shade 652 Westside Wine, and I wouldn't really recommend this blusher because it's not very pigmented, so I don't really use it much, but I just have it here anyway. The next things I have are the Nivea lip butters, and I have two here, and they are just in Original and Raspberry Rose, and I absolutely adore the Nivea lip butters. I just think they are so nice, they hydrate your lips really well, and they taste really good too. Moving on to the acrylic makeup storage, I actually got this off Amazon for about £7 or £8 I think, and I'm going to just start off in this big bucket here, and the first thing I have is the Bourjois Illuminating and Bronzing Duo in the lightest shade, and I've mentioned this again in my top 5 drugstore favourites. This is just a really good bronzing and highlighting duo to give you a really natural look for summertime. The next thing I have is the MUA Undress Your Skin highlighter, and I love this highlighter. It gives you a really nice natural highlight to your skin and makes you look really glowing and healthy, and this is only about £2 or £3 I believe, and it's really good. The next thing I have is a Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer in the shade Ready to Go, and this is a really nice marble texture bronzer. It gives you a really nice glow for summer. The only thing I would say is it does come out a bit orangey on my skin, but I think that might be because I have such a light skin tone, but I really like this bronzer. The next thing I have is the MUA Pro Brow Kit, and in this you get a dark brown, a light brown, a highlighter and a setting gel, along with some tweezers, a brush to put the product on, and a mirror. And this is what I use on an everyday basis for my eyebrows, and I really like it. It's only about £4, so you can't really go wrong, and it just gives my eyebrows a really good, nice, natural look. Next up I have the Rimmel London Clear Complexion Powder in Transparent, and this is my favourite powder. It just really helps to keep your makeup in place all day, and it doesn't really dry out your skin either if you have dry skin like me, and it doesn't feel like you're wearing powder, so it makes your skin feel really nice and natural, so I really like this too. Next up I have a sleek blusher in Rose Gold, and this is one of my favourite blushes at the moment. It's just this really natural rosy pink colour with little gold flecks in it. It looks really nice and natural in the spring and summertime, and I really love this at the moment. Finally, in this big compartment I just have two of the Urban Decay samples in Eden and Anti-Aging. These came with my Naked 2 palette, and I just like to use these to prime my eyes on special occasions when I need my eyeshadow to stay in place all day. Moving on to this next section, the first thing I have is the mini version of the Benefit High Beam, and this is just a really nice highlighter. This is definitely my favourite highlighter I have, and it just looks really nice and helps really highlight your face and accentuate your best features, and I really love this. And the next thing I have is also from Benefit, and it is the Travel Size Benny Tint. And I prefer to use this on my cheeks rather than my lips, but you can use it on both, and it just gives you a really nice rosy glow to your skin. The only thing I would say is I'm not too keen on the scent, but it's a rose scent, so it is a rose colour, so that's just fair enough. It's just my personal preference, so I'm not too keen on the taste or the smell, but it's a really good blusher and lip stain. Next up, again from Benefit, is the Travel Size Roller Lash, and Roller Lash is one of my favourite mascaras by far. It just really helps give me big voluminous lashes, and the travel size version is also super handy to put in your bag and take on the go and stuff. and this is definitely, again, one of my favourite mascaras. I use it every single day and I always get compliments on how nice my lashes look. Next to this I have the number 7 Extreme Length Extend, and I prefer to use this on my bottom lashes, and it just has this small brush which is really nice to lengthen your lower lashes but give it a natural look at the same time. And then behind that I just have my 4 baby lips, and I have Cherry Me, Striker Rose, Mint Fresh and Peach Kiss, and I absolutely love the baby lips collection. I actually prefer it to the EOS personally, but I do love both, but baby lips are my favourite. And then behind this I just have 2 of the Revlon colour stays, and this one is in Creme Brulee and the other one is in Peach Parfait. Favourite shade is Creme Brulee, and it just gives you a really nice natural nude lip. And then next to this I have 2 Tanya Burr lip glosses. The first one is in Picnic in the Park and the other one is in Afternoon Tea, and Afternoon Tea is my favourite shade, but I also like both, but I just find Afternoon Tea looks nicest on my lips and it's one of my favourite lip glosses. At the back I have my foundations, and the first foundation I have is the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation, and this is in the lightest shade, and I really like the number 7 foundation. It's really good if you have dry skin, and they also have a matte range if you have oily skin, and this stays on all day. It also has SPF protection and it stays on for up to 24 hours, and it just gives you a really nice natural look. It doesn't have a super full coverage, but that's what I like about it. Next up I have a Rimmel Match Perfection, and this is one of my favourite drugstore foundations, but the only thing I'm annoyed with myself is I bought this online in the lightest shade thinking it would match, but I got it in Light Porcelain, which is actually a pinky undertoned foundation, and because I have a cool undertone this really doesn't match my skin tone, but nonetheless the Rimmel Match Perfections are really good foundations and I would definitely recommend them to you. Again from the drugstore I have the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum in the shade Vanilla, and I think this is the lightest shade, and the Bourjois foundation is definitely one of my favourites. It is a gel foundation and it stays on your skin all day. It gives you a really good coverage and it doesn't have an SPF protection, which I would like for my foundations, especially in spring and summertime, but apart from that this is a super good foundation and I would definitely recommend it. Next to my foundations I have these 2 compartments, and in this first one I firstly have 2 concealers, and they are both from the drugstore, and the first one is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, which I'm sure you've all heard of, and it's a really good full coverage concealer to help cover up your blemishes, and the only thing I would say is I find it cakes on my skin, but apart from that it's a really good concealer. And then the other one I have is the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer, which is my favourite concealer, and this is really good for under your eyes, to highlight under your eyes and help you look much more awake, and it doesn't cake on your skin and it lasts all day, and this is my favourite concealer. In this compartment I also have a 17 Clear Definition Mascara, and this is for your brows and lashes, but personally I just use this to set my brows in place every day, and this is my favourite clear mascara, and if I want a natural makeup look this is also really good for my eyelashes, but personally I just use this on an everyday basis for my eyebrows. And then in this compartment here I just have 2 mascaras, and the first one I have is the Rimmel Wonderful Mascara, and this is a super good mascara to really volumise your lashes and to help make them look a lot thicker as well. Mine has gone quite cakey and it does come out with a few like lumps and stuff, so I think I just need to buy a new one, but overall I really like the formula of this and it feels really nice on your lashes. The other mascara I have is the MUA Extreme Curl Mascara, and this mascara was only about £2 and it's just super good if you want a natural makeup look but you still want your lashes to look quite defined, and this is just really good especially if you're starting out with makeup because it's really affordable, and I think this is one of the first mascaras I got. Behind my acrylic storage I actually have this makeup bag just full of all the makeup I don't really use, but I'll just show you what's in here. So the first thing I have is a number 7 single eyeshadow, and this is in a kind of taupe brown colour, and it's really nice, but I don't really use this on an everyday basis, which is why I don't really have it shown in my collection much. The next thing I have is a Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in number 4 Sandstorm, and even when I bought this, this was way too dark for me, but I just used it anyway. And now that I have the Clear Complexion powder, I definitely prefer it because this one is a lot more cakey personally. But if you want a more full coverage powder, I would definitely recommend trying this one out. I also have a MUA Colour Blast for your eyes, and I got this in the shade purple because it was the only one left, and it was like on offer for like spend £10 on MUA and get this for free. So I don't really use it, which is okay because I didn't have to pay for it, and it actually has a really good formula, but personally I don't really think I'll find a time when I need to wear the colour purple on my eyes. Next I have the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass Concealer Stick, and personally I really don't like this concealer. I tried it in the drugstore and it had a really good, nice, creamy coverage and stuff, but when I got it home I found it really caked under my eyes, and it also looked quite orange, so I haven't really had a good experience with this, but this could just be me because other people really love this concealer, but personally I don't like it. Next I have another of the Rimmel Match Perfections, and this is in my shade 101 Classic Ivory, and the only reason I don't have this in my collection is because it's kind of run out. There's still some in it, but I don't really use it much because I usually use my Bourjois foundation, but again, as I said before, this is a super good foundation, so I definitely recommend trying it out. Next I have a xoxo Skinny Liquid Liner, and when I got this I really liked it. It gave you a really easy way to apply your eyeliner, especially if you're starting out, but I found after a few months it really does dry out, so I don't use it anymore, but this was really good at the time. So if you're looking for a new eyeliner, I would definitely recommend trying this out, especially if you're new to liquid liners, because this will make it a lot easier for you. Next I have a Rimmel Apocalypse in the shade Nude Eclipse, and I know loads of people absolutely love the Apocalypse range, but personally when I bought this I really liked the colour on my lips and it lasted for ages, but I just found it tasted and smelt really funny, so I don't know whether I just got like an off one from the drugstore, but apart from that, if it didn't smell so bad I'd probably use it more, but I don't really use this much, but it's a really good colour and stuff. Finally, I just have a Company Lashes mascara, which came free with my company magazine when I bought the one with Zoella on the front. And this is actually a really good mascara if you just want a natural look. And it's quite a good formula as well. So if I'm like on the go and I don't have a good mascara with me, I will just use this as a top up. Moving on to what's next to my acrylic makeup storage, I'll start in this corner, and the first thing I have is my Burberry Kisses sample, and this one is in the nude colour, and I mentioned this before in one of my videos, but I really like this lipstick. It has a really good formula and the colour looks really nice on my lips. And I would recommend this, but it's quite pricey for the full-sized ones, but this is a really good lipstick. Next up I have 3 MUA lipsticks, and the first one is in the shade 11, the next one is in the shade Nectar, and then the final one is a matte one, and this is in shade Totally Nude. I really like the MUA lipsticks because they have like a really good formula, but I just found that when I bought these I didn't really know much about what lipsticks match my skin tone, so these colours don't really suit me, but if you're looking for cheap affordable lipsticks I would definitely recommend trying out the MUA ones. I really like the shade of this matte lipstick, but I just really don't like the formula. I find it really dries out my lips and doesn't look very nice, but the actual colour is really nice. But if you are going to buy an MUA lipstick, I would recommend you get a normal one, not one of the matte ones. Next up, the first thing I have is my number 7 High Shine Lip Crayon, which is a really nice way to naturally line your lips or give them a bit of colour. And then I have another of the number 7 single eyeshadows, and this one is in a kind of champagne colour, so I do use this quite a lot as a base if I'm going to school or something. So I really like this colour, and I actually really like the number 7 eyeshadows. They have a really good formula and pigmentation, and they do last for ages, so they are really good. And then I have a Collection liquid liner, which the writing is actually rubbed off of, but this has like a kind of, I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of like a fabricy, like applicator. I'm describing this really badly, but it has this kind of shaped applicator which makes it really easy to apply your eyeliner, and I believe when I got this it was only about £4, so again, if you're new to liquid liner, I would definitely recommend trying this one out. Next I have a Maybelline Baby Skin in the original. I don't have the coloured ones, but I'm probably going to look into buying the cool shade one. And I really love the baby skin primers. They're a really nice way to make sure your makeup stays in place all day, and it makes your skin look really smooth and flawless. Next I have the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in waterproof, and I got this the other week because I actually don't have any waterproof mascaras at the moment, so I thought it would be wise to invest in one. And this was actually quite expensive. It was like £8, so I was expecting it to be pretty good, but I'm actually quite disappointed with it. The wand is not very good. It looks really cheap, and it really doesn't help give your lashes much volume, so this is the product I'm probably most disappointed with, if I'm honest. Next up I have the Maybelline Big Eyeliner, and you get a white eyeliner and a black one, and I really like to use the white one on the inner corner of my eye to help open up my eye and make it look bigger, and then I really like the black for my waterline and tide line, so this is a really good eyeliner. I would definitely recommend this one. Moving on over here, the first thing I have are 5 of the Body Shop lip glosses, and I have Passionberry, Strawberry, Orange, Watermelon and Raspberry. And I really like the Body Shop lip glosses. They have a really nice formula, they taste really nice, and I did get this in a set of 5, and I don't really use the orange and the passionberry for 2 reasons. Mainly I don't like the colour, and I also don't like the taste, but the rest of them I really like. So these are really nice lip glosses, and I believe they're about £2.50 if you buy them separately. Next I have my eye palettes and sets, and the first thing I have is an MUA palette in Undressed, and this has lots of matte and shimmery shades, and MUA eye palettes are really affordable. They're only about £4, so if you're new to makeup I would definitely recommend trying out the MUA palettes because they're really good quality as well. I then have another MUA palette, and this is the matte one in the shade Ever After. And this has lots of natural colours like your browns and peaches and stuff, but it also has some colours like dark blue, so you can really experiment with your colours and see what you like. And next up I have my favourite eye palette, and this is of course the Naked 2. The Naked 2 is literally my favourite eye palette, and I know it's quite pricey at £37, but I definitely think it is worth every penny, and you get 12 shades varying in mattes and shimmers, and it also comes with a double-sided brush and a mirror. And the Naked palettes are so well pigmented, they last for ages, and they are just absolutely incredible. I can't recommend them enough. And then finally I have the Sugarlicious set from Benefit, and in this you get a blush, a lip gloss, and this is what my Benefit Tint and High Beam came in, and this was about £20 I believe, and you get 4 things, which I think is a super good price. And all of these things that came in the set are really good, really well pigmented, and I really love. So that is all my makeup, but if I move over here, the first thing I have is my IKEA Scura pot with my Real Technique brushes in, and I have the buffing brush, the contour brush, the foundation brush, blush brush, detail brush, eyeshadow brush, some eyelash curlers which I got from Superdrug, and the Real Techniques complexion sponge. Then next to it I just have these 3 Body Shop things. I have a Body Shop Mango Shower Gel, the Body Shop Butter, and a Coconut Hand Gel. And then next to it I just keep all of the boxes of my favourite high-end things like my Benefit set, my Burberry lipstick and my roller lash. And then I just have a mini travel size of the Aveeno moisturiser. So that is my whole makeup collection. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to leave any of your video requests down below, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye!